when the Chandlers first came out here, set up the LA Times, one of the things they became part of was what they called the downtown boosters. And the Chandlers, all those folks and the Huntingtons who wanted to develop LA, one of the things that they did as a pitch line, and some of y'all will be amused by this, one of the slogans they used was, pointed to the northeast of the United States in the 1880s and 1890s was, come to the Anglo-Saxon paradise. Now kind of imagine this, in the 1880s, we were only one generation from being Mexico. So this was, to say that it was the Anglo-Saxon paradise was to apply a kind of erasure, not only to history, which is something that's, a part of LA's background, but also to what the ethnic makeup was of the city, which was still at the time very Mexican. So they were saying, those folks don't matter. You won't see them. We're going to make them disappear. This is a repeated pattern in the history of LA. You look at the Zoot Suit riots. You look at what happened with the boosters in the late 19th century. You look at what happened at Chavez Ravine, where a deal was brokered with the Brooklyn Dodgers owners, the O'Malley family. By the way, they live in a place called Hancock Park, which isn't that far from me. I was out walking one day, and Peter O'Malley walked past me. My girlfriend's from the Philippines. She said, "Who is that?" I said, "Peter O'Malley." She goes, "Who?" But anyway, he's the owner of the Dodgers, or was. So anyway, what they did is they said, we want the Dodgers to move into this bowl above downtown, which was a Latino neighborhood, and it was simply requisitioned, and those people were displaced.
It was the largest intact Latino neighborhood in the United States.
Yes. And it's kind of a bowl-shaped world. It's really kind of interesting that it had real topographical boundaries, hills on all sides that made it not just a neighborhood, but a place. Now there is a neighborhood near Chavez Ravine that's sort of over one small ridge of hills called Solana Canyon. And if you go up Broadway and you look for a place called Solana, just as you're leaving Chinatown, right where you get to where the old Italian neighborhood was, where the old Italian church is, you'll see a left turn, you go into that, you'll go under the freeway, and you'll go into this, basically it's a long cul-de-sac with several streets branching off of it. That's a separate neighborhood. It's not connected to LA by any other means except for that one street. And that's kind of the way Chavez Ravine used to be. Also, if you go into East LA, you'll find a lot of neighborhoods that are topographically bounded by a ridge, by a hill, by what used to be a riverbed. So even though the city doesn't have, even though people think of LA as being a big, flat, wide open plain, and certainly when you're, say, at the top of City Hall and you look south, it's a big, wide, flat plain for the most part. There are these little hilly sections that divide neighborhoods, okay? So again, get out there, discover some of this stuff. Okay, let's go this way. And if you have questions, just holler